day, my people.
Yeah.
Welcome to ivy_TV.
That's what I'm
Yes, you came with policeman.
Stumbled across
told
this
you.
video,
Please, can we go
and I
inside
said,
this house?
let me bring it to the
What's the meaning
viewing.
of this?
What
What is the meaning of this? Why
Please
please come to me?
Pastor,
I don't know. Is it hunger that
we are
is
police
causing
officers
this in
from
this
state side.
country?
Please, can we go into your house?
We call us a man. We call himself that is a clergyman. You are called by God, and somehow God sent helpers,
Pastor,
Yes.
sent
remember
members
last
to
time
your
we
church
came
to build your church, to help
remember Cruise family?
build your church.
Yeah, Couple Cruise TV.
Nobody's
Yes.
above mistake.
I brought them here because of the
Bishop, me
money.
I not talk too
I
much, guys.
mistakenly
Watch this video.
transferred
Don't fit
into
talk.
your account. I'm supposed to transfer
Person not go
100,000.
talk the one way
and I
not supposed
mistakenly
to talk.
transferred 1
Please,
million
guys,
naira.
watch this video.
And since then, I've been asking
Okay.
you to
What
reform
kind of
me.
hunger? What kind of
The
stealing is
900,000.
this?
And you keep on telling me, go
What
to
is
God and
there?
collect your money.
You
It's a spiritual
refunding
matter, it's a
somebody's
spiritual
money back
that.
to me.
Now I brought Couple Cruise. The online
As
have
I
decided
said,
and
I don't want to talk too
instructed
much.
me
Let's watch
and
it.
even the Couple Cruise that we should take this matter legally. Now, it's not an embarrassment.
Very
I have
funny.
involved the police. I
Let's
have
get it, let's
involved
get
the police, and they are here to do their job. So
And
I'm not here to fight with you.
And that's where you got it from. Because
Okay.
you took spiritual matters to the hands of the police.
You will tell the police.
Listen, the Bible says, touch not my anointed and do my prophet
I've
no harm.
not touched you.
Nobody touched you. You came with armed men to touch me.
Pastor,
You're joking with God, though.
Pastor, please. Like I said earlier, we are police officers, and you have the right to remain silent.
But Pastor, can I
For you will explain,
Police,
please.
can I explain myself?
You will explain
I have
yourself.
to explain
You
myself.
will explain yourself.
So that you hear
But
the
let
side
me
of
warn you. Let me warn you earlier that you don't have right to say anything or do anything for whatever you do or say here and now will be used against you in the court of law.
Yes, but I have the right to explain what
Yes,
he
you
has said
can
his
explain.
side.
He has said his own side.
Can I say my own now?
Yes, you can.
Or you give me some time?
Tell us what transpired.
Okay. May the peace
You
of
call
God, may the
yourself
peace of God be
pastor.
upon you. Oh. Now listen. This man, he came to my church. He came to my church and we were doing a donation. God touched him. I never touched him. I never forced him. I never compelled anybody seated in the church to give a dime. He stood up with the leading of the Holy Spirit. He came and he donated some money to God. But you know, God is a man that he's not a man, but he searched the heart of every man and know the content of it. He gave God 100,000, but God knows he has more than 100,000 to give. You see how God moves?
Pastor,
Now God came.
Did he told you that it was God that asked him to send 100 instead of 10,000 that
You don't need
he
to
wished to send?
Officer, this is a spiritual matter. It's a very highly spiritual matter. God came.
It's not
took his
spiritual,
money.
it's physical. He take his decision, and that is why we are here. You are going to put it in writing in our office that God taught you. You will explain exactly how God taught you.
Officer, with your permission, let me tell you something.
Go ahead, please.
In the first place, I'm not his member.
Okay.
Somebody invited me.
Okay.
And because of the project that was going on in the church, I was led in the spirit to transfer, to give them 100,000. And I mistakenly transferred 1 million.
He called it a mistake. He called it a mistake.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
It was 1 million transfer, not
instead of
100,000.
100,000. And I was telling him, Pastor, man of
sure
God,
it's a
I don't know. I'm just embarrassed.
No,
In fact, I'm
He
surprised.
called it a mistake. But God did his thing in his own way.
Pastor, on a serious note,
Yes.
he said, in quote, he wished to transfer 100,000. And what he transferred was 1 million.
The wish
And that's a mistake.
That's
And
a
that was a
mistake.
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 The wish
And
of man is not the wish of God. That's what you have to
We are
Yes.
Pastor,
just talking too much.
Pastor, many one day person wish of God. Officer, arrest him for fraudulent act.
You have to be careful. I'm a spiritual man. I have powers. I have powers.
Your powers has
I
nothing
have
to do
powers.
with the police.
So you have to touch me. You have to touch me.
Please,
with carefulness.
officer, take him
I
out.
touch me anyhow. No. Listen. You have to tell this man.
Take
to step-
him
He's
out.
very spiritual man. Whatever you see after
Go.
even in your dream, Holy Spirit
Go out.
with you. Yes. Even in your dream.
Pastor, go out.
Whatever you do, you're not God. You're joking. You're really joking.
We are moving.
Listen,
Pastor,
I'm not going anywhere.
Pastor,
The Spirit of God tells me to move.
If you are resisting
I'm not going to move until the Spirit of God says to move. The Spirit of God has not told me to move.
You are resisting arrest.
tell you to move.
You don't have to move by force, so you are a fake pastor.
You're resisting arrest.
You don't know what you're doing. Yes. You're working with the things of the Spirit of God. You go see.
You are resisting arrest from. You are resisting arrest from the power of the Constitution.
Bible itself respect the government. Bible says you should respect government. You're not a good pastor.
You are not a pastor.
You are not a pastor.
You are a fraud. You are a fraud. You are not a pastor.
I told you I'm going to pick you up. I told you I'm going to pick you up. I told you.
Put him inside the vehicle.
Enter here. I told you I'm going to pick you up.
Put him inside the vehicle.
Forget about this. Forget about this. Enter the vehicle.